Hey crew, Conrad coming at you with a classified review on this Tech 3 4-5-seater with a Honda and a Mendeola. What more can you ask for? Let's jump inside and take a closer look. Let's jump into the details. This is brought to you by Sandcar Buy Sell crew member Kurt Butts out of Riverside, California. He is asking $22,000 for this 2004 Tech 3 Motorsports, which happens to be one of my favorite manufacturers for a sand car, actually. Tech 3 Motorsports 4-seater. It is a 128-inch wheelbase, 095 steel frame with 4130 chromoly suspension. Everything you need for the dunes, right? 17 inches of travel, Beard Ultra seats, 3.2-liter Acura with VTEC. What is VTEC? Variable valve technology or something? I don't know what the VTEC stands for. Maybe somebody can tell me. It's better. I know that. It's Mo Betta. Okay. It's got a Mendeola in it, 930 CVs, Haltech ECU, Fox 2.0 Pro shocks, new rear paddle tires, includes a full set of dirt tires, and he is the original owner and has all of the paperwork. You couldn't ask for much more out of a machine, right? Okay, so let's jump in and see what we got. Love is what I got. Okay, so anyway, I digress. So here's the car in question that we're going to be going over right now. I mentioned that Tech 3 was in business in the early 2000s, right? I pined for one of these two-seat mid-engine cars that they offered. These are really epic machines. They're built right and they're built well. This setup right here with a Honda V6 turbocharged or a 4-cylinder supercharged is like a slot car in the dunes. These are pretty fantastic. These 4-seaters, these are great cars and they're built really well. So I'll stop geeking out about Tech 3 and we'll jump into Kurt's car. We're going to start out with the front 3/4 view on this car and let's see what we see. So straight away, right, I see no front brakes. We're running spindle mount front wheels on these with a Extreme Apex front tire and a single shock. So here's the thing about that. You guys know I love simple cars. We do reviews on some pretty amazing machines, $100,000, $200,000 cars, right? And they are so outfitted. They're kitted with everything that you can possibly get, and they're absolutely epic machines. I tend to swing towards the more simple designs, right? These are sand cars. No front brakes, less things to brake. Spindle mount wheels, super easy, right? Single shocks all the way around. Now, you might want to upgrade this to a bypass shock in the back. If you're running 2 adults and 2 kids in this car, you're going to have 0 issues. You and 3 of your buddies, your 200-300-pound buddies, yeah, it's going to, you're going to feel it. So otherwise, I digress. Wanted to share that with you. So we've got some neat side steps on here. I love the style of this cage. You know me, I'm huge on A-pillars going up really high so you have a big window out the front to see. Nice lacing throughout here. If you look at how the nose comes up, I call these boat noses because it just looks like a boat. A boat. There's a cup holder right there. Dude. Like, how genius is that? I love people that think ahead. All right, we're gonna take a better look at that. I think there's another photo. So traditional style on the colors on the seating, light bar, couple cubes down here. All right, next. So this gives us a good shot of those side steps on there, the billet aluminum. Beautiful artwork on the side panels. Love the American flags. Dragon. There's a reason why it's called Dragon, right? We'll get to that. Probably one of his buddies out in the dunes here. Get a good shot of the colors on the seats. Again, the lacing. Looks like, what do we got? I forget what those are called. I'll remember by the next picture. Okay, next. All right, let's jump into the cockpit. I remembered what this is called. It's a tachometer. And it's got a shift light on it as well. Get an idea of a little bit of the lacing on there. We've got some CNC pedal assembly on here. A gauge down here, it looks like. Billet steering hanger, nice leather steering wheel. The traditional, like 1990s, early 2000s fabric on those seats. Absolutely love it. I would never change that. Got some dual handle walker brakes, T-handle shifter with the reverse lockout. I like T-handle shifters. Fire extinguisher, safety, right? Absolutely. Really nice to have, accessible to your passenger. We've got a simple switch box right here, which I prefer. Again, simple cars. Oh, super cool. I wish there was a more detailed shot of that cup holder because that is super smart. We have a DMV tag on there. Remember, he said he's the original owner. So he's got all the paperwork for this car, so it shouldn't be any issue to switch it over to your name after you buy it. And I think that's all I see on that. Next. Okay, so it looks like we're sitting in the driver's seat here. It's a good shot of that leather steering wheel with a flat bottom on it. On the shifter, oh, this is chrome or stainless, right? I always like it when guys do this, where you take this piece and have it polished or chromed, weld it to the car, tape it off, and then have the car powder coated. It's just a little bit of a detail on that. The switch box that you see on this is a billet aluminum switch box. That's a high quality piece right there. I like it a lot. And let's see, we got some hard lines coming back here, probably for the clutch and brakes, throttle cable, pedals. And next. And how about coming at you? Check out this A-arm setup on this. I really, really like these cars. It's beautiful, isn't it? The chrome A-arms with the black spindles or uprights, whatever you'd like to call them. Really nice setup. Very stout, very strong. Here's our light bars. This thing, no, that's a rear view mirror. We've got a billet rear view mirror on there. What did he say? 17 inches of wheel travel? I think it was. Plenty of wheel travel. The whoop-de-doos, rock and roll. Hit them. Next. All right, passenger side of the car. Here's those billet steps, right? Take a look. Tech 3 engraved into them. Super nice. Again, the Dragon firing up on his buddy. That's pretty cool. You see here the A-arms? They're short A-arms. They don't come back to the A-pillar right here. John over at Illumicraft, he likes the shorter A-arms. He says if you break one off, they don't come into the cab and poke you, right? I thought that was great thinking. Seat belts wrapped around the back to the tube here. Trailing arm tab, super nice. I guess that's really all I see in this. Next. All right, passenger cockpit view. Let's see what we see. So those are the bigger reservoirs on this pedal assembly. So that's the nicer pedal setup. Again, the billet on this, your walker brakes, because it's a super simple car. This thing is like rock and roll, ready to go. So you get an idea of the lacing coming through here, the strength of the car, the cup holder. I just got to blow this up. I don't think we have any other photos of the cup holder, but how cool is that? Got a cooler with a cooler cover. That's from that, again, fabric from back in the day. Side panels are lined, which you want to have those lined because it makes it quiet in the car. They don't want to rattle around. So you either line those with fabric or you put spray and bed liner material on those as well. Next. Okay, so let's see where we were at. I was getting discombobulated here. 3.2 liter Acura Type S. So this is not the one that's out of like the Odyssey minivan, right? Which is a 3.5. A lot of people run that engine or this one. Now, what I've heard about these Honda engines, because I've never run one myself, all I know is they're amazing, super reliable, get great gas mileage. You can fill it up once for the whole weekend, right? It's just a great all-around engine. But what I do hear is that the 3.2 Acuras hit harder on the throttle, so it's got a little bit more performance out of it than the 3.5 that comes out of the Honda Odyssey. I'm not sure what the 3.2 is in because I'm not really a Honda car guy, but anyhow, you really can't go wrong with this package. Now let's take a look and see what we've got. Aluminum radiator. Here's the Mendeola peeking out right here. So again, stout transmission. Our Honda's got some aftermarket headers on there, right up in the airflow, sucking that air in, blowing it through the engine and blowing it right out the back. Polished intake cover, polished housing here, some paint detail. Super nice engine, gonna give you no trouble. Hondas with a Mendeola combination. I mean, while your buddies are back in camp wrenching on their stuff, you're like, yeah, dude, well, you're helping them, of course, right? But you could go sit by your RV and just watch or film them or hassle them like we do. Okay, next. All right, so here's where you're standing when the sand gets thrown in your face, right? So here's the name of the car, Sand Dragon. Get it? Sand dragging? Sand drags? Well, at least that's what I think he was trying to say. I don't know. I thought it was funny. So here we got single shocks in the back with a remote reservoir mounted to the frame. So that's definitely going to help. It looks like a welded on tab. Is that folding? I think that's a folding whip on there, which is super helpful. Lacing again coming back from the shocks to strengthen that up. We've also got, here's that exhaust system. Have some nice cans on there. What are those Super Traps? Are those Super Trap brand? I'm not exactly sure, but that'll really quiet the car up. Again, the Honda with those mufflers, you got all this power and it's quiet. You can talk to your passengers. You can talk to your kids, right? When your buddy in the car next to you, you're like, hey bro, and his, considering I'm building a 13B with a straight pipe, just saying. Sometimes they got to be loud. Really nice trailing arms on here. Disc brake setup in the back. Oh, and he said brand new paddles as well. Next. Driver's side engine in 3, 2, 1. Here we've got another shot of the engine, but just from the driver's side, right? It gives us a good idea of the size of that radiator. It's going to keep the car cool. And, oh, the fuel tank behind the rear seats. Looks like it's got a custom built fuel tank. You can see the air breather right there. And also wing trunk. I forgot to mention that in the last photo. Check it out. So you got this right here with a piano hinge. Open that up, throw your tools, jackets, anything else you want in there, because you got your cooler up front for all your food. So you've got dual storage on that. A lot of cars, when they don't have storage and you get out to the dunes and you're like, yeah, it's happened to the best of us, right? So some built-in storage is super cool as well. Really clean, really nice design. And next, I got something really cool to show you. Check this out. This side up. You know, it's just little extra details like this that I love. When you're going up the hill, right? The car's going up and you can see the top of it. I love this style of paint job as well, where the green, like you take a grinder and you make those lines in it, and then you put the green over the top of it, like a clear green. Super nice. And your light bar looks like it's plumbed really well. Great shot of this front end. You know, little touches like this, I just geek out on them. You know what else I geek out on? Cup holders. Super smart. Just saying. But yeah, I wonder if on the bottom of it says uh-oh or something like that painted on the bottom. That'd be super cool. Okay, I don't know. Let's close this out. So crew, all in all, I'm super impressed with this car. You know, I choose cars that I like, right? I'll go through our classified ads in our Facebook group. I'll pull one. We'll throw up a YouTube video and put it together and promote it and help move a car. You're going to have a great time with that Mendeola transmission in it and a Honda V6. Super reliable, super fun car. So at the end of the day, cup holder. I don't think you can go wrong with this car. You'd have a lot of fun in it. Go pick it up. Hit up Kurt on our Facebook page, Sandcar Buy Sell Crew, or leave a comment in here as well, and I'll make sure he gets the message to reach out to you. So let's go ahead and close this out, and I will say thank you for watching. See you in the dunes.